For today's video, we're talking about perfecting the Dragbat attack at Town Hall 11. Very popular strategy. A fun. I like using all types of different strategies. I kind of go in waves, right? Do you go in waves? Like sometimes I want to do ground, then I switch to air, then I'm doing Dragbats. It's fun to kind of keep it changing and kind of, get a grip on one attack strategy and deal with it and dominate with it. Anyways, Ron Jeremy is coming in. And he is going to hit this fresh, and I'm going to clean up his attack. We're going to perfect this. And these are the things you want to look for. So pretty much everything at the beginning is going to be the same. There's a couple tweaks that I will point out along the way. Again, this is fresh, so he doesn't know where anything is, doesn't know what's in the clan castle, doesn't know where the Teslas are, all that good stuff. So there goes king and queen popping, right? So we're going to pause it right here. Now, at this point, if this is where the changes come into play, okay? So you see this air defense up? Well, a couple things happened on this raid. This sweeper is going to be a massive problem for the dragon. So how we're going to deal with the sweeper and get this down to get the 3-star, we are going to bring in loons with a haste spell to take care of this air defense and then bring in the slammer at the wizard tower. You see how if you put you have to clear out the air defense, then you put the slammer in. That slammer with a dragon and loons in it will take care of the sweeper, okay? And that sweeper will not cause a problem for the dragons flying up towards the queen. And then we're going to bat pretty much everything the same way, okay? Similar. So, again, this is fresh. Looking really strong here. You just never know, right? The one key difference is, so he's going to bring in the slammer at the air defense, but we're not going to do that. So, on these attacks, you just kind of have to watch the replays and see if it's enough bang for your buck. There goes the slammer. Takes that down. Got loons in the slammer. And see how look at this sweeper. Pushing it finally goes down, but it pushed all of his dragons to the outside. They weren't able to get into the air defense, to the Eagle artillery, so he had to bat on the Eagle artillery. He just had to do it. And because of that, just kind of ran out of steam, Those bats were getting hit by the queen. That's no good. And then it just fizzled out in the end. There's just too much point defenses up top. Dragons kind of circle around the whole base, which you never want to have happen with those dragons. And that kind of kind of fades out. He's got a lot of dragons up, but just not enough tank in the gas. And so we are now going to watch the cleanup and the perfection of the attack. So great solid framework. I have the easy job of coming in and just making a couple tweaks and getting the 3-star. It's always easier to clean up, right? Always easier. And then with these tricks, with these, couple changes. Now, I did drop a dragon, brought in a couple more loons. Minor changes. Pretty much everything the same thing. King goes down. Queen goes down. And then I put actually a goblin at the town hall. Make sure you always have a goblin for the town hall. Now, my queen didn't get as much this time, right? My queen did not get as much. I'm not sure why. I think just her pathing was a slightly different, right? Slightly different pathing. She doesn't even get a hit on that air defense. But it's not the end of the world, right? I still have the haste with 4 loons. Can take that down, no problem at all. There goes the air defense. So now look at this pathing. So here comes the slammer. And I do the slammer first. After I put the slammer down, then I put my dragons down. Hound. Then I put the warden. Poison the queen. Here comes my dragon outside. Queen is poisoned. That sweeper goes down. Look, notice the sweeper is gone. This is actually huge. You might, sweepers really can mess up dragons and electric dragons at any town hall level. So having that sweeper down means all these dragons here aren't going to be pushed back, right? Their health is going to stay strong. They're going to be able to clear through this section very quickly. There goes the rage. There goes Warden. I probably could have popped Warden a little bit early. It's not the end of the world. Anyways, here comes the bat. Now, I knew I was going to bat up top because this is the last wizard tower. You just put a freeze, then you put all your bat spells down. Now, I did freeze twice because that's the only splash damage on the rest of the board. Everything else is just low hit points. I mean, the Expo's the worst thing, but, you know, the single target, no big deal. Bats can handle that. And just look at the domination of that. You know, with those minor tweaks, just a couple tweaks, you have a massacre of an attack. Before, fail. Now, massacre. Now, that's the power of these hits. And, you know, it's really Ron Jeremy. It was his plan, his idea. So take your, you know, if your clanmates have a good attack, take it, do a little tweaks. He said do those tweaks. And, you know, ask the person that hit it. They have a better understanding. You know, they kind of know how the raid feels, everything. And that is it. That's how you take down using the Dragbat. Cool attack, isn't it? Man, I really like the Dragbat. It's fun to use, and hopefully it will help you in your journey of 3-starring all these bases. Anyways, that will do it for today. And be sure to come back and subscribe for more amazing content in the future. Hopefully you liked it. If you didn't, give me another go, right? Or don't. I don't know. Maybe you don't want another go. But if you haven't seen, I'm going to link a new triple clone attack that you probably going to like. So make sure you go watch that. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you around. And thank you, Ron Jeremy, for the beautiful plan.